Yeah.
Robin starts off with a wide. Oh, just narrowly missing the stumps. Good comeback from Robin.
Silent.
एक बॉल एक रन एक वाइड गर्ल ready ready
That's another wide from Robin. They really need to control on their extras, Cottbus Cavaliers. They lost out in the previous match as well after having about 15 extras, and they started again with 2. Risky single from Global Cricket Academy, but they make it safely home. They started off well. It's 2 balls, 3 runs. Robin on the run up again. And that's another wide. He really needs to control on those extras. This was the downfall of Cottbus Cavaliers in the previous match as well. They lost their first match. Global Cricket Academy won their first match. They didn't really play particularly well, but you don't need to play well. And that's a wonderful shot from the batsman. Earns a really good boundary for his team. And Global Cricket Academy are off to a flyer. Robin under pressure. Good line. That's a risky single. He can't get it if he hits it, and that's a wonderful throw from Robin. Really, really good awareness. That's a good comeback. He was hit for a boundary in the previous ball. The ball went straight to him, but he kept his cool wonderfully. And first wicket down for Global Cricket Academy.
And next batsman, Batsman,
A lot more cautious this time. The running between the wickets. They've already got 1 run out. They had a lot of run outs in the previous match as well. They want to improve on that. The running between the wickets hasn't been particularly good. And that's a wonderful ball from Abin. Another one. They're just trying to take a risky single, but the non-striker sends the batsman back. And that's it for the first over. 10 runs from the over. Good comeback from Robin. Three dot balls to finish the over.
who's that ball Daf, 10.
Again some hesitation, but this time they make it safely for a 1. That's what you have to do in indoor cricket. You have to take your chances, you have to take your singles, and it is 11 for 1 in 1.1 overs. An unnecessary throw from Robin, but no harm comes from it. No overthrows. Ooh, narrowly missing the stumps once again, right in the block hole. The batsman couldn't really get underneath it and almost got his off stump uprooted. This has been a good over so far from the bowler. Just 2 singles. Again, straight in the block hole, straight in the field, and there it's a fumble from the fielder, otherwise that would have easily been out. It's these little mistakes Cottbus Cavaliers made last time as well. They paid for. This is schoolboy stuff. You can't misfield the ball like that. That's a good drive, and the fielder has not been able to save it and has gone for 4. And that was by the captain as well. Cottbus Cavaliers again off to a really poor start. Fielding has not been great. And again, really bad running. This might be a run out. How that's not been a run out, I have no clue. The batsman just taken essentially a 2, and they're still not got a hold of the ball. But regardless, Global Cricket Academy at the end of 2 overs, 18 for 1.
Run kitna hua?
18. And Cottbus Cavaliers really need to tighten up their fielding. They really need to tighten up on their extras too. They've been really poor. That's why they lost out in the first game as well. They were demolished. They lost by 23 runs in the first game. And the captain's brought himself into the attack. Let's see what he can do. Good drive from the bowler. That's good fielding. And a close single, but the batsman makes it safely. Umpire had to think for a bit there, but he gives it not out. Viral goes back to his run-up. Let's see if he can turn things around for his team. That's good running. Maybe a bit lucky because it didn't really bounce back to the fielder as the fielder was expecting, but that's really the line and length you need in indoor cricket. Just try to ball stump from stump. Don't give the batsman a ball in his arc. And Viral has started off well here. Let's see if he can take a wicket to top it off. And he does! He does! That is a wonderful delivery, top of off stump. The batsman tried to go for a big shot, and that is a wonderful ball from Viral. And he's really clawing things back for his team here. That's exactly what they need. No boundary of the first 3 balls, and then he bowls a really good one. Takes the off stump of the batsman. And Global Cricket Academy, after a good start, seem to be in a spot of bother. Needs to find his line once again. This has been a good over so far. Just 3 runs, a wicket off it as well. The captain has brought himself into the attack. And so far he's doing well. That's another risky single. Bit of hesitation in the middle, but they make it once again. And Global Cricket Academy seem to be risking a lot just for these 1 runs. Another single, and this has been a good over from Viral so far. 6 runs off the over, 1 wicket. Let's see if he can finish off with another wicket or a top ball. That's what he really needs. Bring his side back. And Global Cricket Academy seem to be finding the gaps between those 2 fielders really well. That's the end of the over. 25 for 2 after 3. Global Cricket Academy at the halfway stage. And Cottbus Cavaliers will be hoping they can get a couple more wickets, slow down the run rate, because so far they're going at 8.33, and that's a really good run rate as far as indoor cricket is concerned. Robin to continue. That's a wonderful delivery. More hesitation in the middle, and still for some reason Global Cricket Academy are not tightening up in their fielding. They could have had 3 or 4 run outs so far. And that's a wide from Robin. Robin has not found his line so far not just in this match but the previous match as well. He's a really good bowler,
That's why. Team
but he needs to find his line. And that's now wide on the offside. And these are just extra runs for
Catch ball.
the batting team. There's only been one boundary, yet they're going at a really healthy run rate, and that's just because they're taking singles and going for taking advantage of these extras. The team seems to be asking for warning for a fake fielding there. And that's a good stop from the captain there at the boundary. It's not easy to slide around and dive around in indoor surfaces, but he's done that well. He stopped a 4 for his team. That ball has almost come to the commentary panel. That's another single. Global Cricket Academy have really done this well so far. They've taken the singles really, really well. And this might be a wicket here. Another run out maybe. And that's a direct hit. That's a wonderful throw. And Global Cricket Academy lose another wicket to what you can only describe as really, really bad running. The non-striker called for no straight away. I don't know what the batsman was thinking. He ran down the pitch and he's paid for that with his wicket. Third wicket down for Global Cricket Academy. And Cottbus Cavaliers seem to have pulled this back wonderfully. They need a couple more overs like this. Let's see what the captain does. There's a bit of discussion going on between Viral and Robin, the senior players of the team. I think Viral's bowled a good over here. It's the second last over. It's an important over. You're 3 wickets down. There's a new batsman at the crease. I think Viral should come to the attack himself, and I think he has. Yep, he's coming to the attack himself. He's a senior bowler. He knows what to do. And if he can bowl an over like he did his previous one, Cottbus Cavaliers are well into the game. That's poor fielding, you have to say. If you don't get it on the bounce, then you should at least twist your body so you can get it after it rebounds. Easy singles, you don't want to be giving easy singles away. And I think that's what's really going to haunt Cottbus Cavaliers if this match doesn't go their way. And again, Viral targets the body and he hits the batsman on the shin. That's a dot ball. That's what they need. That's exactly why he brought himself into the attack. He's bowling himself out. He's taken that gamble. He's taken that risk. He doesn't want to bowl the last over. He's brought himself on for the second last over. He wants to put a stopper to the run rate. And he needs a couple more dot balls to do that. Excellent. That's really well done. Narrowly missing the stumps. That's more. The keeper's missed it. And they've taken the single. That's, you just have to say that's really poor again from Cottbus Cavaliers. They're working hard in their bowling, but the fielding has really let them down. It's another wide. And that's a no ball. That's a beamer. That's really high. That's a no ball. So that's an extra 2 runs, no ball, and it's a free hit too. And he seems to be throwing it away, all the good stuff he's done so far. And now it's a free hit for the batsman. Gives himself some room. Very audacious. But that's miles in. He gave himself a lot of room. I think that's poor batting. could have just taken a leg out. He didn't need to give himself that much room to get the ball into the arc. And that's wonderful bowling once again from Vera. The batsman giving himself some room. You have to say it's poor batting. You have to hit straight. If you want to hit the ball in your arc, just take the front foot out of the equation. Maybe put it beside your body. Be a bit square on. But you don't need to give yourself that much room. And that's exactly it. That's exactly it. And I've never seen a batsman do a celebration after hitting a six, but that's exactly what the batsman done. And why not? He's hit a wonderful shot. He's hit it for six. It was a good over so far by Viral, but it ends with a six, and he has every right to celebrate. And Global Cricket Academy are 40 for 3 after 5 overs, and this is becoming really interesting now, because Cottbus Cavaliers have to contain the batsman now. It was very short, it was very slow, but the batsman was through with the shot so early. Couldn't really connect, and that's a dot ball. If I was there, it would have been a six. That's a wide ball. The batsman gets himself out of the way of the ball. Gets a wide ball, gets an extra run. That's really what you don't want if you're Cottbus Cavaliers. You've already given away a lot of boundaries, a lot of singles. You've missed run-outs. And that's poor fielding on the boundary once again. That should have been stopped. But that's gone for 4. And that can be really demoralizing. I think if Cottbus Cavaliers lose out in this game, they really have to blame the extras they've given and the boundaries that they're conceding. That might be a wicket, that is, but I doubt Global Cricket Academy would mind it that much. He's done his job, he's hit a couple of boundaries, and now he's walking back. He's played a good innings. He's done his job. There's still a good score on the board. That's another shot. This time it's fielded well. He's thrown it back, and they settle for a single. This is good fielding from Cottbus Cavaliers, but it might be a little bit too late. He's got another wicket. It's hit the roof, and that's out in indoor cricket because you have to protect the roof. It's a short ball. He shouldn't really played it with a straight bat. Maybe try to hit it a bit more square on. Try to have a flatter bat.
Last wicket.
But it's the last wicket, and if he can finish it off, there's 2 balls left, but there's only 1 ball left actually. Let's see if he can finish it off. They're running for 2. Let's see if they're running for 3 now, in fact, but he's hit it, and keepers hit the stumps. And Global Cricket Academy have made 48 for 6, which coincidentally was the exact same score that Berlin Markhors made against Cottbus Cavaliers in the previous game. So Cottbus Cavaliers have the same equation that they had last time. They have to chase 49 runs in 6 overs to have a chance of staying alive in the tournament. You just have to say a lot of extras, a lot of missed chances, poor fielding has really cost them an extra 10 or 12 runs. And I think if they were chasing 36, 38, they'd be a lot happier than they are right now. You can see Robin on screen. He's just strolling back to the dugout. They've been really poor in the field. That's cost them quite a lot. Let's see what they can do in the batting department.
फेस आईडी मांग रहा है जेमिन को बोल ओए तेरा बहुत हो गया इधर
Into the list.
URL change करना है Jamin and Robin to open. An interesting combination. Robin, he's very aggressive. He's a hit it or quit it type of person. And with a required rate of 7.89, I guess you can kind of see why.
Ready?
And we're just waiting for second innings to start. Jamin swings wildly, but doesn't connect. Some excitement from the fielders, but the umpire stays resolute. It's not out. Hear a good sound of the bat, but unfortunately that's just a single. Select हुआ है ना लेकिन text.
Problem is you have to manually refresh it, and that's the only problem.
Well. Robin swings and swings wildly, but it's straight back to the fielder at mid-on. And Global Cricket Academy, in fact, are really, really good at this. They're really good at fielding. And Robin again charges the bowler, doesn't connect. But you need to keep your shape when you're batting. You can't just charge down the bowler and lose your shape trying to swing wildly. You need to be in control of the shot as well. How do I refresh?
Yeah, we have to every over. It's better. Otherwise, it's hard to do it every ball. We just update them. Just tell them we'll update you in every over.
Yes, complete.
Jamin on strike now. Mistimes it, but he gets 1D and then he takes a risky single, and the leg umpire has given it out, and Robin is out, and he looks very disappointed, as he should be. Not a good way to get out. You've been sent in as an opener to try and get your team to victory, and to get run out, that's really disappointing for him. F5 से नहीं होता?
What are you saying?
F5 से नहीं वो हो जाएगा refresh?
No. Look, I refresh, and then we have to. Also.
That's a really good Yorker. Jamin has no idea where that ball went. And once again, Cottbus Cavaliers, even in their bowling, their batting, the first few overs have not been good. And that's how they let the game slip away. and it's a pattern in the previous game and it's being noticed here as well. You really have to take the game to the opposition. It goes in the air and the keeper gets it. Jamin giving himself some room, trying to free his arms. Trying to go for a flat back shot, but he doesn't connect, gets the top edge, and the keeper takes an easy catch. A loud grunt from the bowler, maybe to confuse the batsman, but it gets Viral on strike, the captain. He bowled well. He bowled a no ball, came back well, took a couple of wickets, and now his job's to try and guide his team to victory, because if they lose this, they're out of the tournament. And he's almost gone fast ball, just narrowly missing the off stump. It was a good ball from the bowler, straight at the base of the feet. It's difficult to get those balls away straight, but regardless, Viral still on strike, still hopeful. You have to say, this is a really aggressive field setup from Global Cricket Academy. Only one person on the boundary when the Cottbus Cavaliers need those boundaries, and they've only got one person on the boundary. You really have to say that's an aggressive field setup. They don't want to let Cottbus Cavaliers take the singles. Charges the bowler, but it's a wide, and that seems to, the charge seems to have taken the bowler some confusion. He bowled a wide one, he's running back, but I have to say, I think this is poor field placement, because one shot, if it's through, it's a boundary. They've got those runs, they don't really need to protect those singles, they can protect those boundaries. It's risky, but it seems to be paying off so far, because Cottbus Cavaliers, despite that massive gap in the straight area, they're not able to get the ball away for a boundary. A long discussion between both of the batsmen here. Viral with the Virat Kohli jersey. Let's see if he can take his team home, like Kohli so often has, and that's beaten him for pace. He's very late on it, and it is really good pressure from Global Cricket Academy. Hits Viral on the legs, bit of confusion. That's another dot balls. Dot ball.
इसको लगातार घुमाए ना ये ऐसे उड़ जाए.
That's another straight at the boundary. Viral seems to be in a lot of bother. He can't get it away. He's been hit twice. Seems to be in a bit of pain as well. But he hits it through. And they've got that fielder there just for this exact shot. And that's an overthrow. Let's see if they can. That's an overthrow. Viral still wincing, maybe still feeling the after effects of getting hit on the legs twice. It is quite cold there. Hits it straight, and the bowler's palmed it away from the fielder. And that's the risk you take when you only have one fielder. He was wrong footed, he was going straight towards the ball, but the bowler tries to palm it, and he's accidentally palmed it away from the fielder. And that's a boundary. And Cottbus Cavaliers need a few more of that, because the run rate's climbed up to 10.74. He's hit it once again, he's hit it once again. And that's another 4, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You don't want just one fielder on the back. You're allowed to, you should make use of those two fielders, because that's a lot of area to cover for just one person. And if the ball goes through the infield, it almost always will be a boundary. And 3 overs left. Cottbus Cavaliers need 30. And maybe the captain needs to go back into the think tank, reevaluate his fielding positions, because this is really poor. You can protect as many singles as you want, but if you let the boundaries come in, and we can see now the fielder going back on the boundary, and that's exactly what you want. You don't want one fielder back on the boundary. But he seems to have gone really across his stumps. Guess what?
Murad?
First, we gotta refresh it, and then after interact it and put it.
Okay.
It's a bit manual, but
So refresh, interact.
interact and put it on the card. After every over, you can just say that we'll update you in every over the score. Otherwise, you're saying anyways.
I'm just being informed that the score is going to be updated after every over. That's a bouncer and that's a wicket. And the captain is gone. 4 wickets down, Cottbus Cavaliers. And
Yes, sometimes it can happen. Yeah, so showing warning sign. So, process. Yeah, it will come back.
apologies if the stream seems to be down a bit. We're having some technical issues. We will be back. Global Cricket Academy on their way to become the second team to book their place in the semi-final. They won their first match. They're on their way to victory in this one. And if they book their place in the semi-final, they will become the second team after BTU Blitz to be confirmed for the semis. Cottbus Cavaliers. फोन से देखो चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा
बॉलर नेम
अभी